Dear future JFRC students.
Dear future JFRC students.
Dear future JFRC students.
Dear future JFRC students, benvenuto a Roma!
Benvenuto a Roma.
Benvenuto a Roma.
Benvenuto a Roma! When I first found out I got accepted to JFRC in Rome, I was really excited because my first semester of college wasn't like the best time of my life. So then once I found out the second semester, I was even more excited to come here and to start a new chapter in my life.
And I kind of freaked out. I jumped out of my seat and I kind of just waved my arms around.
I guess in general I felt excited, but also really nervous because I was going to be away from my family and friends for so long.
Kind of nerve-wracking because you realize, oh my goodness, I just signed up to go to another country. But it's also just one of those moments where you're like, this could be life-changing.
Well, one piece of advice I have is do not pack the night before. I made that mistake.
I think I started packing like probably a week or two before.
See, I packed a day before.
Oh, see, well, I guess it depends on the person.
Things that are important to take with you. Obviously, you can have clothes.
But what I did was I did something called the capsule wardrobe, which is where you bring a lot of like basics and then a few accent pieces.
Like other places are a lot colder than here, so you're probably going to need a winter jacket, a hat, gloves, scarves.
But make sure you bring clothes that you're comfortable walking around in, sweatpants or shorts or just like casual t-shirts.
If you have prescription medicines, then you need to start getting them all filled for 4 months worth.
So it takes a good like 2 weeks. So yeah, don't leave that to the last minute.
Mine took 6 weeks.
Don't bring sheets. I made that mistake. Do not bring sheets with you. Don't bring towels. You get sheets and towels here.
Bring pictures or something from home that makes you feel like you're back at home and helps ease the homesickness.
Keep it minimal. You'll probably buy stuff while you're here.
Like 50 pounds in the suitcase is not a lot, and you find out that when you go to get on the plane to get here.
I would just make a list on your phone maybe and just have that ready for the morning of, just so you make sure you bring everything.
When it came to getting ready for this experience the day before, there was a lot of, it was a euphoric experience, I'd say.
As I was dragging my suitcases down the staircase to pack up into the car and go to the airport, I felt like this is the last time I'll be in my house for 4 months.
Didn't really start sinking in until I got to the airport.
Like security, just like the first passport check that was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening.
Coming from a school that's not Loyola Chicago, I was terrified because I didn't know anyone really coming in here.
Honestly, didn't feel like it was actually happening until we landed in Rome. It kind of fluctuated every couple of hours between what have I done and oh my god, this is great. So be prepared for that and know that it's okay to be like, oh my god, I don't want to do this. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. But then allow yourself to take that leap of faith that you'll be able to handle it once you get here.
You know, the first time you go to a new place, it's just like, you expect it to be just like wonderful and magical and stuff like that.
It was not what I
We
expected.
didn't
at
drive
all.
past the Coliseum on our
Yeah,
way
you
over
don't
here.
drive past all like the cool ancient buildings on the way here.
After getting off the flight, you're so tired, all you want to do is sleep and eat. But you get shoved into orientation really fast.
It definitely is a lot of good information. The SLAs do give you a lot of really great tips to start off the year, so definitely pay attention to the culture shock meeting or to the transition. The surviving Italian is really helpful. So I know it's a lot of meetings, but they're all really important.
It's worth it, but get ready.
They take your picture 5 minutes after you walk in the door for your ID. We had just gotten off the plane for 10 hours. We looked awful. They post them up on the door, like in the main entrance. But no one cares because we all look the same. We all look terrible.
To make sure that you bring with you when coming to Rome is all the copies of your insurance card, your passport, and your visa. Also, make sure you bring some passport photos with you. This will just make the check-in process and some things you need to do with the Italian government a lot easier.
When it comes to adjusting to life here in comparison to life back home, I think one of the most normal things is that discomfort that comes with going to a new place.
Adjusting is different because just like the lifestyle is different.
People are a lot touchier here, I guess, especially on the buses. You get pretty much there's no concept of personal space.
It's very different than Chicago. Everything's fast paced, but here people like to take their time.
Yeah, transportation isn't really ever on time.
I think just getting used to the fact that you could wait for a bus for an hour and it not come, because in the US we're very used to things coming on time.
The language is very intimidating.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember the first time we went to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Everyone was
Terrified.
speaking it. Yeah, it was really scary.
But it's also incredibly rewarding when you are able to talk to somebody in Italian and they understand what you're saying.
Italians love it when you immerse in their culture, when you try to speak their language with them, when you practice their customs, enjoy their food. Do as the Romans do.